Today in this video, I'm going to show you how I use Upwork to be a really good source of clients for me as a automation freelancer. I've been creating a lot more videos about how I actually go about my day as an automation freelancer, and I've done a video about all the different channels I use to get clients, from my website to Twitter, Facebook, all these different ways I get clients as a freelancer. And Upwork is still very much one of those great resources for me. So I'm going to show you just a little bit how I go about my day and what I do to get the clients using Upwork essentially. I'm on my profile, obviously, and you can see I am top rated. I've been in the space for a while, done quite a lot of hours. And usually what most people do is they will come to the feed. So you save a couple of different filters for jobs that you're interested in. So for example, we'll go into the details a little bit here. I'm just going to show you, edit my saved searches, so you can see actually an example. You can see here, a big thing that I do is I use the advanced search quite a lot. So if I'm looking for MailChimp automation jobs, so setting up sequences for people and helping people with the CRM aspect of MailChimp potentially, I'll say I want MailChimp and automation. So I add a comma because I want those to definitely both be in the same job post essentially. If I wanted literally MailChimp automation to find that exact phrase, I would do it that way, but I don't find I get the best results that way. I like to just do MailChimp automation. So I use a lot of the ands essentially. And you can see when it converts to that. The filters that I add, I do intermediate and expert. From my experience, I've just found that gets me the best results for certain clients. You could probably find great jobs when they set it to entry level, but I've just found if you say intermediate and expert, you generally find clients who have been in the game for a bit longer, they understand the platform, and they have generally higher budgets. I also add payment verified. It just adds another step to save you time when you're applying to these jobs, because what I've found is if someone hasn't taken that step to add their card details to their profile, they're probably not as serious as a job poster. So I add that payment verified just to cut out a couple of jobs that maybe I would respond to and they wouldn't be the best fit anyway. So payment verified helps me a little bit there. And what I do for myself is I make very good use of the client location. I roughly know which clients I like to work with, which areas, and also time zones are important. For example, if I go back to another country and America's on a terrible time zone for me, like I have to be up super late or something like that, or super early, I might not go for American jobs for a while. I might just switch to Europe or wherever I'm based on that side of the world, for example. So I use very good use of the locations. So just think about that. Think about where are your best clients coming from? Which time zones are they on? Are they from certain countries? You can even go down to certain countries, but I use kind of general regions for the most part, the US, Canada, Australia, things like that. So that's how I get started. I make sure I've got all these different filters so I can see the jobs that I like show up on my feed. But there's actually a tool I use, which, full disclosure, I actually built myself as well with a friend of mine named Rob. We bought a tool called LeapFrog Leads. So instead of having to come to the feed every day and check the feed every day, we bought this tool called LeapFrog Leads, which I still actively use myself as an Upwork freelancer. I literally just built this thing for myself. And we obviously like to use it, suggest it to other Upwork freelancers because it helps them. And basically what it does is it sends you automated job notifications straight to your inbox. So instead of coming to the feed like this, every day I just wake up and come check my inbox for relevant jobs. So I come check here, I'm like, okay, active campaign specialist. That is very much what I enjoy doing. So poof, pop that open. And I'm not sure when this job was posted. I haven't cleared my inbox out too much today, but this was last viewed 6 minutes ago and was posted just 30 minutes ago. So this is that sweet spot still where it's 10 to 15 proposals. I would have liked to have gone on to a bit earlier, but I was busy earlier. But that's what I do. I'll be watching my inbox for when jobs come in from LeapFrog Leads. That's what it does for us. And obviously if you have push notifications on your phone as well, for your Gmail, for example, or on your desktop, you're going to see it pop up straight away, even if you're in the middle of something and you can go apply. So in this case, I would go apply to this job. I would take a quick look where they're based. I would see their average hiring. They're obviously a very experienced client here. I'll see if I can find their name. Vance, great. I would use their name, Vance. It seems that's the name. Great working with Vance. Yeah, thanks, Vance. So it always helps if you see the name twice. And then I come in to respond to this job. I'm just showing you literally the process that I would follow if I was checking my day, going to do some proposals and stuff like that. And I would say, hey, Vance. I'm not going to type out this fully, but obviously I'd add a bit of a specialized line. So the first thing you're going to see is, hey, Vance, we're looking for someone finished setting up by active campaign. Make sure the content goes inside. Yeah, in this case, like the overarching goal is they're trying to get set up. They're trying to get set up so they can start sending their mail in, they can start converting leads. Let's say, I can help you get to marketing your leads by finishing your active campaign setup. So I would literally say what the goal they're trying to achieve and understand how it fits into a business context. And then I would say I'm a certified, I've been in the automation space since 2016, and I've worked extensively with active campaign for the last 2+ years. So obviously just talk about my experience. I would say I actually just helped, I would just say I'm currently working with several clients to set up their active campaign. So warm leads can be nurtured and encouraged to book calls, can do the exact same for you. And then I'll just add a CTA at the end, pretty much saying, send me a message or let's book a call together. But that's roughly what I do. I'd actually also, by the way, I would put that second so they can see their name, they can see how I promised to help them, and then social proof, essentially. I've done this literally for clients exactly like you. I can do it the same for you. And then it's just a bit more about why trust me. That's basically just social proof of I've been in the automation space since 2016, and I've been doing this for 2+ years on active campaign especially, and poof, I'll pop that off. One thing I have been lacking on a little bit is what I do as well is I also track the number of proposals I'm sending in a little spreadsheet. So you can see I took a little bit of break. I was just focused on some stuff. So I would track how many proposals I'm sending a day, and I would say I sent 1 today. Obviously, my goal, I try to do at least 5 to 10, because I just know from experience, Upwork offers the stats. You can literally see in your profile now stats of how many proposals you sent, how many views of your proposals got seen, how many responses you got. And once you know those numbers and you're tracking your numbers, you're like, okay, I know I need to send at least 20 proposals to end up with 1 client on average. Then that means if you look at your last week, for example, and you're like, oh, I've only sent 5 proposals, then it's totally reasonable that you haven't picked up a new client. But if you say send 20 proposals and you know that's roughly what you need and you're not getting great response rates or open rates, there could be some opportunities. Maybe you're not responding to the best jobs possible. You aren't positioning your proposals in the right way. But this is just what I do day in, day out. And I try to do it send out 5 to 10 proposals. You can see I took a bit of a break. I was away for a little bit and then I was focused on some other stuff. But LeapFrog Leads is a big piece of this in that I don't have to go check Upwork anymore. I can just check my inbox. LeapFrog Leads comes and helps me. So if you are a Upwork freelancer and you want to get clients on Upwork and you got your profile dialed in, I would suggest come join us at LeapFrog Leads. We've got a 14-day trial. You can come check that out. And one thing, as I said, if you know you need to send 5 to 10 proposals a day, and with all the subscriptions you got, so I've saved all of the feeds that you see here into my LeapFrog Leads, and it gives me all of my numbers as well. So I can see how many jobs have been sent from each feed. So I can see, okay, if I need to send 5 to 10 proposals a day, but I'm only receiving 5 or 10 in total, not all of those are going to be appropriate. So I'm probably only sending 1 or 2. So you get a much better feel for your numbers of, okay, I need to be receiving about 40 job notifications, and that lets me get to that 5 to 10 proposals. And these are all the type of things that we're trying to introduce into LeapFrog Leads. And also, this is just straight up what helps me on Upwork as a freelancer, which I'm still actively doing. If you enjoyed this video, I obviously suggest that you subscribe. It lets me know that you enjoy the quantity and quality of these videos. If you are a Upwork freelancer or you want to get started on Upwork, I definitely recommend you go sign up for LeapFrog Leads. I left the link in the bottom, and you get a 14-day free trial. And you can also reach out to me. Happy to get you onboarded and help you in any way get started there. And if you are a automation freelancer as well, and you are looking potentially for one-on-one guidance, someone who's going to help you on that journey to build up the skill set to earn $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month consistently as a freelancer, You can also reach out to me because I do select one-on-one mentoring with people, and you can just book in a call with me. We can have a conversation and just see if there's something I might be able to potentially help you with, and there's no pressure there.